Alright, so let's get into talking about the SSR weapons for JINWOO and where I would rank them on a tier list. So if you have not checked out the Hunter, SR, and SSR video tier list, it's on the channel already. It should be the prior video to this one. It is a 50-minute long video, but we do break down every single character that we have available in game, and we then go ahead and rank it. So I would recommend give it a watch if you have not yet, but today we're going to go ahead and talk about the weapons. Now, if you actually check over to your codex, you will see that there are a lot more weapons than the ones available to summon for. These are going to be exclusive hunter weapons. So this is a exclusive weapon for JINWOO, exclusive weapon for Beg, exclusive weapon for Libora, Min, so on and so forth. And I was going to talk about them, but if we take a look at the skills, there are no skill info. So I'm pretty sure they will be updating this over time. So I was going to talk about it, like I said, but it's kind of pointless because I don't know what it fully can do. So I'll go ahead and save it for a different video whenever we do get information on it. But just want to let y'all know that these weapons are available to get. I believe you can craft them. So if you go over to the craft section, you can craft, right now you can craft choice from the dice event by getting these materials, but also you can get the weapons for those hunters over here. So I don't know how to unlock all the materials yet. I know these are very hard to get as well. It's not exactly easy. I want to say you can maybe get all 4 in a free-to-play manner. I'm not entirely sure, but just know that there is an option. I'm pretty sure for pay-to-win players this is available. You can do it right now if you want to, but yeah, just kind of want to let y'all know that you can craft these if you are unaware of. Okay, so those are going to be the hunter exclusive weapons, but like I said, we're going to talk about JINWOO's weapons only today. So let me know in the comment section which weapon are you looking forward towards from summoning, which one are you pulling the most of, and which one just, you know, which one is on your next when it comes to you summoning on your radar. Right, let me know in the comment section, but also drop a like, hit this up, and let's get into it. So let's talk about the demonic plume flower sword. This is a dark weapon and a very highly rated weapon by a lot of people. So not only do I not recommend this weapon, but for some reason also I've been seeing a lot of people pull this weapon. I don't know what it is. It's just this is probably the weapon I've seen the most people get, whether you know they have it rated up or they just get unlucky but lucky and pull it unfeatured. This is a very good weapon you definitely want to have, and not only is it broken, but it looks amazing as well. I love the aura, I love the blossom flowers, it looks amazing. Definitely Japan style. So I want this weapon. Not only is it good, but it just looks so appealing to use, I'm sure. So yeah, for those who have it, I'm jealous. Congrats. But after plume flower swift flight is used, the user applies the plume flower effect. After successfully performing a dash followed by the plume flower swift flight, they apply the full bloom. So plume flower is increasing critical hit damage by 12%, stacking up to 3 times, and that's infinite, so that's great. And then the full bloom is increasing the usage speed of plume flower swift flight by 20%. The user attack increased by 4%, and also increasing the critical hit rate by 4%. So I love this weapon. It seems it's like definitely offense, dealing with crit hit, crit damage, crit rate. So that is going to be something you definitely want to use for a high DPS unit, someone who maybe relies on crit. For example, if you do not know, the lead kit for Char right now, it seems like that unit is going to be a crit unit. So who knows? This weapon could be, actually I lied, this is only for JINWOO. Okay, never mind. I'm still getting used to the game, and I realized like, oh yeah, this is a JINWOO weapon only. So if you do build JINWOO with a lot of crit and crit damage and stuff, then yeah, this is a weapon you definitely want to use. But I still think this is a weapon you can use right now, just because you also get the speed increase, you get the attack increase as well. So this is not a bad weapon, but I think once players kind of get their artifacts and their weapons and gear all that set when it comes to crit rate, then yeah, this is a weapon that's going to be very good to use. Okay, so that is going to be the demonic plume flower sword. And then when it comes to skill here, doing 94, 100, 106 dart element typing was not bad. This is doing 535, and then the plume flower swift flight doing 1287. Okay, it's not bad. No break, by the way, so bear that in mind. Oh, that's clean. Nah, that's clean. That is beautiful, and I love the fact that he has like the blossom flowers around himself as well. Nah, that's fire. That's fire. I like that. Okay. Yeah, I need this weapon like now. Please. All right, so that is going to be the demonic plume flower sword. Next up is the Huntsman, man. I did a showcase for this weapon already. If you have not checked it out, just awesome in terms of what it can do. And I want to say that this is one of the very few weapons when it comes to SSR typing, at least, that has break in it. So automatically this weapon is really good. Oh shoot, let me go ahead and rank this on a tier list. I forgot. So when it comes to the plume flower sword, right now I'm gonna go and get this S tier. Okay, just because only because again, crit rate, crit damage, you definitely want to build a lot of and get high ranking, and I don't think right now players are going to be able to do that as of, you know, this moment. I mean, we're like barely a week into the game, so I feel like this weapon right now is great, don't get me wrong, but in comparison to some of the others, I do think those weapons will be better used than the plume flower sword. Okay, we might bump it up to double S tier, but for now I do want to keep it S tier, just because on what it can do. It's a great weapon, don't get me wrong, but I do think the others are just a tad bit better for what they do offer right now. Okay, so when it comes to the Huntsman, when the user uses Judgment Time, activate their core attack. Uses Judgment Time, the core attack is changed to Time to Hunt for 6 seconds and increase damage by 60%. When the user basic attack, core attack, or Time to Hunt hits the target within 4 meters, increase damage by 50%. I love it. This weapon is a great long-range AoE weapon if you do want to use it. It's fantastic. I personally love using it. Not only, you know, do I have it, yes, I'm kind of a little bit biased, but again, this is a weapon that does have break damage on it, and I believe, again, this is one of the few ones that do have it. So basic attack is doing 91, 94, and 100. Second skill, it is going to be doing the core attack, doing light break damage, which is great. And then the Judgment Time is also doing light break damage as well. So again, not a lot of weapons have this whole break mechanic when it comes to JINWOO in particular. So I like it doing 1108, which is really nice. So with that being said, let's go ahead. I mean, it's not as flashy, obviously, as like the plume flower sword. I mean, look, the animation is obviously completely on a different level, not in a good way, but still a very good broken weapon. So with that being said, for now, I'm actually going to go ahead and bump this to, do I keep it S tier? I feel like I can't put a double S tier. You know what? Okay, because I have this weapon, because I'm biased, and yes, even though I don't have this weapon, I've seen a lot of people use this, but when it comes to the Huntsman in particular, I'm going to keep it double S. Now let me go ahead and explain why. In story mode, okay, because I know that a lot of people tend to struggle with chapter 8, chapter 9, etc. You need a lot of light element typing, okay? And so against the Igris fight, for example, that fight is dark typing, so having this weapon and a lot of difficult fights that I'm seeing a lot of people struggle on, you need light type weapons, so having this weapon definitely makes it a lot easier. So just because of that, I'll go ahead and bump it up to double S tier, because it actually is very clutch for those fights, which I know a lot of people tend to struggle on. But if you're someone who's able to get past that, then maybe this would be S rank. But for me personally, this weapon, when I did my first playthrough against Igris, I did use this weapon and it was very clutch. Extremely clutch. I mean, having the break damage, having element typing as well, just fantastic. And again, I'm only putting it double S because of the fact that a lot of people tend to struggle on the Igris fight, which is a big roadblock. And you know, you playing your account, you trying to progress your story mode and all that stuff. So that is the only reason why. Okay, but in reality, I do think that these two would probably be S rank right now. So I'll bump it up. I'll change it at the end, so stay tuned. But for right now, that's where I'll go ahead and leave it. Next up, let's talk about the Vulcan's Rage. Now, I have not seen anyone pull this weapon. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I've not seen one single person talk about this weapon. I've not seen anyone showcase this weapon. I have no idea what it can do. So when the user uses Fire of Destruction, it applies the Vulcan Blessing effect. Vulcan's Blessing is apply a shield equal to 5% of the user attack, and when the user applies a basic attack or a core attack, applying a concentration effect for 10 seconds. So when the duration ends or the effect is removed, Vulcan's Blessing explodes and deals damage equal to 300% of the user attack, stacking up to 30 times. When it explodes, it deals an additional 6% damage per instance of concentration. When Vulcan's Blessing explodes, it removes all concentration effect. Infinite duration. Okay, so it seems like this is a little bit of a stacking weapon, and what I mean by that, you are gonna have to use this multiple times. So let's see, any breaks? So 128, 135, 144, good multiplier, so not bad. And then this is doing 767, and then this is doing 1197. Okay, honestly, from what I'm reading, it does not seem too bad. It really does not, okay? It's not bad at all from what I'm reading, and again, I am kind of a big fan of this whole explosion mechanic. So when the duration ends or the effect is removed, Vulcan's Blessing explodes and deals damage equal to 300% of the user attack, stacking up to 30 times, and then when it explodes, it deals additional 6% damage per instance of concentration. Okay, okay. how do I like this, man? Is this a good weapon? And you can do it for infinite, so it's not just a limited amount of time or like a limited amount of seconds. Okay. I think from what I'm reading right now, yeah, for sure I'm gonna have to fix this tier list at the end. For right now, I'll go ahead and keep it S tier. I think it's really good. I can't keep all these S tier at least, man. I have to put some of them down, right? Don't I? I feel like this is maybe A tier. Maybe A tier. I don't know. I don't think it's double S. Just from what I'm reading, it doesn't seem all too broken, if I'm being honest with you. It seems like this is good for a lot of maybe AoE fights, which is not bad. Again, I'm really biased towards units or weapons that do have break on it because, again, story mode is a big factor, and I know a lot of fights tend to have break on it. So if they have that, in my opinion, it's a really good weapon just right off the bat. This does not seem bad at all though, but for now I want to keep it A tier. So we'll probably fix it at the end, but let's go ahead and move on to the next weapon, which is going to be the Grimoire. So shout out to all my Black Clover fans here. So when water spray hits, it has a 100% chance to apply the cold ice effect on the target. Cold ice is interrupting the target. When the effect ends, deals additional damage equal to 10% of damage taken during duration on for 4 seconds. Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad. And I've actually seen this Grimoire in action, and I know it is quite disgusting. So when the effect ends, deals additional damage equal to 10% of damage taken during duration on for 4 seconds. That's not bad. That's not bad. And this is guaranteed too, by the way. So anytime you use the water spray effect, you're guaranteed to get this, which is honestly really good. So basic attack is 70, 73, 77. So multiplier is just a tad bit low. Core attack is doing 430, and then this is doing 1420. Okay, I like it. So it seems like you are taking a little bit of damage over time, which is not too bad for 4 seconds. So, and it's guaranteed to hit, by the way. Do I like this? I'm going to go ahead because I have seen this in action, by the way, and it is actually quite good. So I'll go ahead and bump this to S tier for now, because it really is a good weapon. I mean, yeah, a good weapon for JINWOO. So I like it for what it does offer. I mean, having that 10% of damage taken during duration is not bad, and plus that's additional damage too, by the way. So it's not just, you know, the 10% damage, but you're also doing damage on top of it, which is not bad at all. So you use your water spray effect, which is going to be this over here. So go skills, water spray doing 1420, and then on top of that you are doing the 10% of damage taken during the duration. Really good, really good. All right, Demon King Longsword, man, this is a cracked ass weapon as well. So when lightning is used, apply a shield and the user performs a counterattack. A stun and storm of white flame effects are applied upon a successful counterattack shield. Shield is doing a 10% of users max HP for 3 seconds, not too shabby. Guarantee stun for 3 seconds, and then the storm of white flame is increasing the user attack by 8%. It creates a lightning that deals damage equal to 100% of the user attack in nearby areas every second for 10 seconds. Yeah, this weapon is super good, very clutch, especially if you are trying to do like maybe the it's not called dungeon, what is it, like the level 10 fight with all the ants. This is a great weapon to use because of the fact that you're like they're completely bombarding you, and so having that counter attack is super clutch. So doing wind type damage 97, 94, 104. Core attack is doing 592, and then the lightning attack is doing 1470, which is not too bad at all. So the shield, the counter attack creates that little you know, counter attack mechanic, which is really good. So I like it, man. I like this weapon. Again, I'm probably a little bit biased because I have been using it, and I think it truly is a great weapon to have, and I have been seeing a lot of people recommending, you know, to be pulled. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it S tier. Again, I know it looks like hella sus because, again, the two weapons that I do have, they are unironically double S tier. It's just, for me personally, I've been using these weapons and it's so clutch for story mode. I don't know what it is. Maybe I just got lucky and pulled the two weapons that are just making story mode a lot easier, but they made my progress so far just really easy. I don't know what it is. These weapons are just crazy broken, crazy OP, and they truly have made, you know, progressing through story mode. Like, I'm free to play on day 6 and I'm like level 40. So it kind of shows you that, yeah, these weapons are really good. They have been hella clutch for me. So I can't sit here and say that they're bad, right? So if they were bad, trust me, I would say they're bad, okay? But they're not. They're really not. And then last but not least is going to be the Shadow Scythe here. So when using Essence Harvest, consumes 5% of current HP and increase skill damage by 100%. Yeah, so it seems like this weapon is going to be giving taking a little bit from yourself, but then also returning skill damage increased by 100%, which is going to be crazy. So 116, 120, 128, good multipliers. 694, really good, and then 1454. So yeah, that is not bad at all, and the animation is looking very, very nice. So your damage on this weapon is going to be insane, and this is a free weapon, by the way, if you did not know that. So with that being said, I'm probably gonna go ahead and put this weapon S tier as well, just because not only is it free, right? You legit have zero, zero benefits of not using it. So I would say 100% use this weapon if you have it, build it up. If you pull a dupe, don't be mad, because it is a great weapon nonetheless. Now here's the question: do I want to change anything? Honestly, you can't go wrong with any of the weapons. I would probably say I would still keep this A rank, just because I don't think, from reading the mechanics again, if we take a look at it, I don't think it's anything crazy, okay? I don't think it's crazy, and I think there has been a reason why people haven't been pulling this weapon as much. This 300% damage of user attack is really good, stacking to 30 times, but I just don't think it's going to be all too crazy, okay? That's just my honest opinion. I don't think it is. So if you have this weapon, let me know. I could be completely wrong about this, but from what I'm reading, it does not seem crazy in comparison to the other weapons, okay? So I'm gonna go and keep it A tier. The Grimoire I still think is S tier, and I'm actually going to bump up the Plume Flower Sword to double S tier, and I'm going to move the Huntsman down to S tier. I think this is a good place to play it. And now the reason why I moved on the Huntsman is because, yes, I do know it is broken. Yes, I know I have been using it. It allowed me to do the Icarus fight a lot easier than normal. But outside of that, this weapon, you obviously have better options when it comes to just outside of the Icarus fight, outside of story mode. There are other pieces of content. So I do think there will be better weapons that you can use. And I feel like these three up here are all great double S tier weapons that you definitely want to use as well. So I feel pretty confident on where I have these, okay? So let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Do you think I missed? Do you think this is a bad tier list? Please let me know. And yeah, if you have a reason why on, where would you place these, also let me know that too. But with that being said, I'll go ahead and end it there. All right, let me know your thoughts. Take care. Peace.